Red Rock Resort for 2018 Las Vegas Sun High School Football Media Day, brought to you by Greens and Proteins. With 5 locations across the valley, Greens and Proteins is a modern, family-friendly cafe offering all your favorite foods with a healthy twist. Sandwiches, wraps, pizza, bread, burgers, vegan, raw, and vegetarian-friendly meals, smoothies, juice bar, and a full HCG diet menu. Up next, we've got the Palo Verde Panthers with Coach Joe Aznarez, center Joe Singer, and running back Mike Torres. Coach, Palo Verde, obviously a historical franchise that's made the playoffs in every year since opening in 1996. What do you guys got to do to continue that trend this year?
Well, biggest thing for us would be health this year. We don't have a ton of depth, but I like where we're at on both sides of the ball with the guys that we have penciled in right now as starters. Biggest key for us is keeping those guys healthy. I think it's going to be grueling, so we'll have a lot of guys probably playing both ways, but we go in with the expectation of we're going to put our best 11 guys on the field, and if it's the same 11 on offense, it might be the same 11 on defense, but we'll get them tough and hopefully be able to stay healthy along the way.
Do you have a lot of turnover in the roster, or are we going to see a lot of experienced guys, or are we new guys in new positions?
We'll have a mixture. We'll have some guys that gave us some solid snaps last year. We'll also have some guys that have zero varsity experience. Some key positions. We lost our quarterback. We lost our number one running back. We lost our leading tackler. So there's some holes to fill. But we pride ourselves on our system. Our guys come up through as freshmen and JV, and they get coaching from the varsity level coaches on the JV, and then so there's a lot of carryover and consistency within our program.
Palo's run a very strict system on offense, and then they've been very well known for it. Recent years, a little bit more balanced with some passing. What can we expect to see out of the offense this year?
Probably going back to a little bit what we've done in the past. I think with our inexperience, I think less is more kind of in that area right now for us. So I think that keeping it simple and letting our guys, have some confidence and build on the things that we, are fundamental parts of our program, I think will be a big benefit to those guys.
Jonah, as a big guy up front, simple and lots of running sounds good to me. What about you?
Yeah, for sure. It's always been an ace that we always are physical with our runs and just dominate people right in the trenches.
Offensive line, obviously the chemistry between you guys is super important. As a center, you're the focal point of that. How well do you think that's coming along, and do you still have a little bit of ways to go before the season starts?
Yeah, for sure. And we went to camp at SUU. We showed everyone what we were made of, and just my O-line this year is going to be solid. Sure.
What was that camp like? What did you guys get out of it?
We got out, since we have some new guys coming in here and there, we've realized that we might need a little bit of work, but if we keep being physical this summer and just keep working out, keep lifting, we'll be good for the season.
As a big guy, you're probably going to play a little bit on both sides of the line. Is that exciting, knowing you can make an impact? For sure.
I'm whatever I can do to help the team is what I'm here for.
And Mike Torres, as a running back, lots of running is exciting for you, right? Try to get you the ball as many ways as possible.
It's really exciting, but you can get a touchdown, but it's always fun no matter what. And as long as you're running hard, you're gonna get good yardage.
What are your personal goals this year?
I don't really set any, but probably to be one of the top leading rushers, I guess.
What have you been working on in the offseason? Obviously, as a high school football player, you're always trying to get bigger, stronger, faster. Just how much better do you feel heading into this year than maybe you did last year?
Yeah, I feel a lot more confident because I got my weight up, my speed up, and fairly more confident than I was last year.
At a school like Palo Verde that has the history that it has, is that pressure on you guys to continue that playoff streak and continue the tradition that is Palo Verde High School, or is it kind of an honor to play for a school like that?
It's an honor, really, because people look up to you kind of in a way, and I think maybe you feel a little pressure in there, but it's pretty good honor.
Awesome. And Coach, obviously one of the big talks about today with every team is the realignment. Didn't affect you guys quite as much, but a little bit of shuffling. Big Bishop Gorman coming out of there is obviously makes it a little less daunting looking at that, although it is still a really tough conference. What's your outlook on the conference?
But still, I still think that our league is still, top to bottom, probably the strongest in town. We got Arborview, Faith, Shadow Ridge, and Cimarron, Bonanza, Is there anybody else? I don't know if I caught everybody, but I think that's everybody. But it's top to bottom. It's a tough league, and there's no easy nights in the league, and so it's going to be a challenge for us again to make the playoffs. It's obviously our goal every year. If we were lucky enough to make the playoff, and if we get the 4 seed, it's not Gorman over there this year, so that's a little bit something to look forward to. But whoever, if we get in the playoffs, it will be challenging. If we make it as whatever seed we are, but that is definitely our goal.
Can you just talk about the two guys to your right and left, just what they're going to bring to the team this year?
Well, like you mentioned, Jonah's the anchor of our offensive line. He's a kid who brings his lunch pail with him every day. Goes to work. He's one of our strongest kids in the weight room. Made the 1,000-pound club this year. It's an honor in our program to do that. 3 lifts. Mike is going to be a workhorse. He's going to get the ball ton. He's going to catch the ball out of the backfield a little bit. He's going to, we'll line up at probably 3 different spots for us. So he'll be versatile, and just excited to get these guys out there running around. They've been working hard. The gains that they've made in the weight room. Again, another part of our program that we pride ourselves on is that weight room, and these 2 guys are top there, and we always want that to translate to the season on the field. Jonah,
tell me about this 1,000 weight club. What are these 3 lifts, and what did you lift in them?
So for the I benched about this was my junior year, so I made it junior year, and then I'm gonna make it senior year. But for what was it, like the end of last semester, so the second semester of last year, I benched 315, squatted 465, and I power clean 230.
So they've got the 3 have to add up to 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. How many of those guys do you have on the team?
On the team, Jonah's the only one right now, but we'll have a couple juniors that will probably get there. If not, we're testing right now, but hopefully by the end of the calendar year. Mike will be close. We've had a lot of guys close, but close is no cigar for that award. You got to get to the 1,000-pound, and we've had probably only about 25 in our program's history, so it's a pretty good honor within our program.
Mike, on and off the field, do you feel like you're taking a little bit more of a leadership role with some young guys coming in and losing some of the veterans from last year?
Yeah, for sure, because we were missing a lot of key players that we lost from last year, so we have a lot of big shoes to fill, so someone has to take the lead, I guess.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to an exciting season. Keep that playoff streak going. That's it for the Palo Verde Panthers here at 2018 Las Vegas Sun High School Football Media Day. Make sure you go to LasVegasSun.com throughout the season to get all the good coverage, including every Monday once school starts. Ray and Case will have their high school football podcast with breaking down last week's games and previewing the upcoming week.